Member for Surrey Panorama.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In the People's House today, I bring a message from an amazing young woman who shared her pain with me and wanted all of you to know about the impact of racism on her and others like her. And these are her words that I'm going to be reading out today. Being biracial, I have had and still do face my fair share of racism at my school, where I'm definitely a minority. From being called the N-word to having my whole class talk and laugh at me in other languages, these experiences would anger and sadden me. I want to make clear that it's only a select group that say these racial slurs, but it hurts nonetheless. It hurts knowing that there is nothing I can do to change the way I am viewed and looked at, that I am being judged solely on the color of my skin. As a 14-year-old girl, I am still learning about the roots of racism, but I am certain of one thing. I know the overwhelming hurt behind being the target of racism. If you have ever experienced racism, we have probably shared a feeling that you and I both know feels like nothing else. But if you are one of the lucky few that have never, it is very important that you know what it feels like. First time I was called a racial slur, my body felt like 1,000 thorns had viciously hit me. The words hurt more than I can even begin to describe. That feeling of 1,000 thorns I now recognize as shock. And every time I get racially targeted, it returns. One might think that the feeling would lessen, but it never does. If you haven't already had a newfound experience on the impacts of racism, then I leave you with something to think about. Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. She quotes from James Baldwin. Every one of us in this house has a responsibility to tackle racism head on. Let us name it and work on it together to eradicate it. So this young woman and others like her do not have to experience that pain of 1,000 shards of glass. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.